What is up, TBU? Sneakcruiser here, and do I really need to say it without JB1501 anymore? Or whenever y'all hear his voice, wouldn't y'all automatically assume that he's here? I guess I'll just put in the title whenever he's with me, like dual commentary or something. But so I guess I'll stop saying that. But whatever, guys. Sneakcruiser here, and yes, another Halo. So I know some of y'all may have been thinking, Sneakcruiser, come on now. One Halo was hard enough to grasp. Do we have to deal with another one? Yes, you do. Why? Because I got some MW3 information that you've got to listen to. And above all that, this is a really good gameplay. So please just watch. And before I get into it, sorry if I get a little bit campy. Whenever you have that sword, it's hard to say no. So more importantly, let's talk about some of the stuff that some of y'all may have came to this video to listen to. MW3. I was watching Machinima the other day, and I saw something that looked like, MW3 gameplay, quick scoping, GXP event, all that stuff. And when I checked it out, it turned out to be exactly what it said. Now, usually when I click these, it's in failed host because it's someone like talking about what they heard. So I was very surprised to see actual MW3 gameplay. Now, guys, before we get into this, I want to let you already know I'm not looking forward to MW3 as much as I am Battlefield 3. Call of Duty has given me a lot of pain over the years, so sorry if some things I say may seem quite a little bit biased, but mostly what I'm going to speak to you is going to be pure fact of what I saw and heard the directors and the people who made the game say. So, developers. So, here it is. Alright, so MW3 looks like it's going to be a very interesting game, just off looking at it. I heard when I was listening to the directors, or the developers who made the game, one of the key first few things that they stressed was that the game was going to be balanced. Stuff like one of the things that I clearly remember is they said something around no second chance, and they're not going to have little stuff like that could annoy you. Currently, I can't remember the other stuff they said, but it was like, I don't think it was they said ghosts, but just like little stuff, little perks, little extra, that stuff that annoys you. They claim that there's no overpowered weapons, and I have a serious problem with that. Now, they may not have claimed those exact words, but they said something around this is the most balanced game. Since COD 4, there has always been that one weapon that kids who had never played the game could pick up and have a pretty good KD score on. I'm sorry, but if I'm just looking off the facts of previous Call of Duties, I would almost dare to say it is not possible for them not to have one gun that was not overpowered. MP40 from World at War, M16 from, Call of Duty 4, you can even look at. There were a lot of guns from Call of Duty 4 overpowered. A lot of people thought the sniper's overpowered from Call of Duty 4. And there's just a lot of guns in general. Modern Warfare 2 had a buttload of guns that were overpowered, in my opinion. ACR, a lot of kids didn't like the UMP, the Spaz, a lot of the RPG, noob tubes. Each Call of Duty has done its own thing. Even Black Ops, the claimed most balanced game in the Call of Duty series, had the 74 in FAMAS. And you thought because we made it fully automatic that the FAMAS was going to, be maybe, dumbed down, but that was not the case at all. So, sorry, I don't mean to call bloody liar on you, but I'm not so sure that promise will be fulfilled, that the guns will be balanced. Another thing I also noticed that was pretty big for me was that the gameplay and stuff was pretty much the same. Each Call of Duty, whenever it comes out, if y'all look and just compare the actual developers, because if you compare Treyarch to Infinity Ward, it's just not a fair comparison, because Infinity Ward has outdone, in my opinion, Treyarch so much it's not even a fair comparison. So I'm just gonna compare the companies in their own games. If you compare World at War, Call of Duty Black Ops, I would definitely say they're two different games and millennia from each other. If you compare COD 4 from Modern Warfare 2, millennia from each other. So what am I saying from that? I'm saying basically that from the series, each time they've had a new Call of Duty, they've had 2 years, and I'm not saying that's a long amount of time, but they usually use that 2 years to completely reamp the graphics, make the game completely something different, and you don't even almost know it's Call of Duty for a second. You really do accept it as a new game. Unfortunately, with this one, it seems that they've almost ditched this strategy. I don't know if they ran out of time or what, but all I know is it's almost a little bit disappointing to see, I look at this and for a second, you look at it, you look back and you're saying, oh wait, is that Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3? Like one of my friends, he said he went to load it up, and he walked away to get something to eat, came back, and he said, oh, I must have loaded MW2, not MW3. The point is, the game, and as much as I'm excited about Call of Duty, and don't get me wrong, I don't want it, but I still kind of want to see how it goes. It's like, come on now. Now, I may just be being negative because, you know, I'm already not going for it, but the graphics have not changed, and that's a major, in my opinion. But before I stop, so I can stop running on that, my possibly all-time pet peeve from Offer 3 is, and now hear me out before you make any comments, is this new Call of Duty Elite. Truthfully, I gave it a minute chance, and for me, I thought $20 for a year was going to be too much, because I just paid $60 for your game, and now you're making me pay another $20? Well, if I thought $20 was too much, I had no idea what I was talking about, because Call of Duty Elite is going to be $50 for a year. It was confirmed by the dude and whoever made the game. He talked about it. It's ridiculous to me. All right, guys. I just paid how much? Okay, and then some of the hardcore kids who actually go out there and buy like the limited editions and stuff. No. Now, what did he say? What was his argument? It wasn't even a good argument. He was like, now, if you were to buy all 3 maps, you have to pay $60. Well, Call of Duty Elite, you get all 3 maps and more. That may be true, but I just can't see myself. And now maybe y'all can, but for myself, can't see myself paying an extra $50 for Call of Duty Elite. Now, what comes in Call of Duty Elite, you may be asking? All right, it's not only the map packs. You get all the map packs free, but you also get, like, I think it's kind of, now I'm not sure, so don't, you know, look to me, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of like a combat record. Yeah, it's like the combat record in that, but it's more than that. You can get into tournaments where you win virtual and cash prizes. It's, you know, stuff around that nature. You can look at your stat, you can look at your score, you can see where you got the most kills, least kills, where kids are camping, where you camped the longest, stuff around that nature. I guess that's what's supposed to get the money in. I just can't see myself. I already paid, I mean, and I've already seen Modern Warfare's maps. Like, I remember a lot of kids who bought that map pack, the last map pack from Modern Warfare 2, or any of them, wish they hadn't got it. And they could just play the originals. The only map packs I ever buy are Treyarchs. That's the only thing they have me on, is because they have zombies. But basically, Modern Warfare 3, do I want the game to be successful? I don't know. I like the Call of Duty series. I just wish it was a little bit more holding on to you. Like, it made me want to play it longer. But that's basically my wrap on it. If you want the summarized version, it basically goes, I don't think the weapons are going to be underpowered. I think if you're going to be overpowered, I think they're going to have, I think the Call of Duty Elite thing is overpriced. And I'm not so sure about the gameplay not being different. I'm not so sure about that. On a positive note, though, if you like Modern Warfare 2, you'll love this. If you love spending extra money, you'll also love this. And if you love overpowered weapons, then this will be the great game for you. So, will this be the new game? Heck, I don't know. The game hasn't come out yet. I'm just giving my own ideas. So, these are all my ideas. And I guess this is basically the wrap. I want to tell my little brother, thank you for allowing me to use Dazzle. Sorry if it's annoying for you to see it on the screen each time, but I truly do owe him. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching this vid. Thank you, Neon. Thank you, JB51. And I am out. This has been fun.